Since I was a kid, I always had bad mental health, and I felt these symptoms of sadness, not liking my life, not knowing what I'm gonna do with my future, having depression, anxiety, and life was not good, honestly. That's why I was addicted to video games, and I wasn't leaving my house because when I was playing video games, when I was just staying inside all day, I was like kind of covering up the depression that I had with video games. And it got so worse to the point where I started to actually hate my life, and I was so sad with the fact that I'm playing video games all day, I'm not leaving my house, like everything sucks, and I said I'm not gonna live anymore like this, and I said fuck it. This was 5 years ago, and I actually decided to start improving my life. I started to go to the gym, I started to spend more time outside, I started to climb trees, I started to meditate and gratitude journal every single day. Just close my eyes every single day and focus on my breath, meditate, and then grab a piece of paper, write about things that I'm grateful for. I started to drink more water, do all these healthy things, and I fixed my mental health. My life got amazing. After I fixed this depression, sadness, this bad mental health, that's when everything else started to improve as well. That's when, in a weird way, my physique got better. Like, I improved my mental health, got happier, which led me to building a better physique. I thought that it's gonna be the other way around. I thought that first I'm gonna build muscle, I'm gonna get good grades, and then I'm gonna become happier. But it was the complete opposite. I first improved my mental health, become happier, started to love my life, and then my physique got better and my grades, everything got better. And I realized that the reason why I was depressed my whole life was down to two things. Number one, bad habits. I was doing too much bad habits, playing video games all day, watching too much porn, and eating junk food, not exercising, not getting sunlight, just living like a fucking zombie. Like, all of us can relate to this. I wasn't like one of these kids who was staying outside all the time. I was just locked in my room all day playing video games, and the only time I would leave my house was just to go to school and all these things. That was the first thing why I was depressed, I guess. But the second thing was because I was so low status. Like, that's something that no one's gonna tell you. Second reason why I was depressed, why you might be depressed, is because I was so low down in the social hierarchy. Like, I was such a fucking loser. There was guys who were getting girls, guys who were have good physiques, guys who was making money, guys who were having good grades in school and everything, and I had nothing. I was just a fucking video gamer. I didn't have a good physique, I didn't have girls, I didn't have good grades. I had nothing. I was so low status. That's why I was depressed. That's why the first thing that I started to do to fix my depression was change my daily routine. Start living like how my great-grandfathers used to live. Because I'm going to ask you, do you think your great-grandfathers were depressed? Do you think your great-grandfathers, your ancestors were depressed? Of course not. Right? Of course not. And so I realized this, and I decided to myself, you know what, I'm just going to start living like how my great-grandfathers used to live. Our great-grandfathers weren't sat on their phone all day, weren't sat staring in the computer all day. They stayed outside most of the times, right? So I started to live like this. I started to stay outside more, get sunlight, climb trees. I started to exercise. I started to speak to people, socialize, eat clean foods. This is what our great-grandfathers used to do, and that's why they weren't depressed. I stopped scrolling on my phone as much. I stopped going to Instagram all the fucking time, fucking Facebook and all this gay shit. And that's the first thing. Living like how my great-grandfathers used to live. Your great-grandfathers weren't depressed. If you start living like how your great-grandfathers used to live, all your bad mental health symptoms are gonna disappear. Because let's compare the modern day person to your great-grandfather. The modern day person stays inside all day, no matter if he's working or studying, it doesn't matter. He stays inside all day. He's focused on his phone, just scrolling. He eats shit food. He doesn't drink water. Most people just don't drink water, let's be honest. Most people just don't drink fucking water. It pisses me off. That's a normal person. They eat like shit. They waste their time playing video games. Compared to your great-grandfathers who didn't have depression. They were staying outside all the time, walking outside. They were getting exercise naturally. by walking to places, by carrying heavy things. They were eating whole foods, meat, eggs, fruits. They weren't sat there fucking, I don't know, eating fucking chocolate cake to hit your macros, to get your carbs for the gym. They weren't doing this. They were eating potatoes, whole foods. That's why they were not depressed. That's why. And they were getting water. They weren't looking at social media all the time, destroying your attention span, fucking on your phone all the fucking time. They weren't doing this. You start living like this, everything's gonna disappear. Living like how your great grandfathers used to live. Healthy life. Okay, healthy life. And then the next thing is the habits that I started to do that fixed my mental health. The habits, very simple. Meditation every single day. There's this app called Medito, download it, and meditating 3 minutes every single day, just closing my eyes and just meditating. And then the second thing was gratitude journaling. Getting a piece of paper and journaling things that I'm grateful for, like this. And then the next thing, like these were the two habits that fixed my mental health. That's it. These two habits, honestly. You already going to the gym. Make sure you go and watch my other videos where I talk about how to actually train to build muscle. Going to the gym and leveling up in life. Leveling up, building muscle, these things, and my mental health fixed. That's it. I started to love my life. Next habit, of course, staying outside more, getting sunlight, doing some cardio, all these things, climbing trees, and all these things actually fixed my mental health and helped me live a better life. And I wish the same thing for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I put a lot of effort into these videos just so you can sit down and watch and learn and change your fucking life, because I want you to fix your mental health and build an amazing physique and live the life, okay? I don't want you to just be a fucking guy who gets a good job, but then you hate your life because you've got a shit physique and your mental health is fucked. That's it. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate that. Love you all and see you in the next fucking video.